Most of the work that we do is assuming that there is no device. And one of the things that we tell parents is you got to control that device. You have to control everything they do on it. You got to know all their accounts, all their passwords. You got to know who they're talking to. And that is unrealistic. It's not going to happen. Because then they can't go to the library because there are computers there. They can't go to a friend's house because over there's going to be computers, iPads, there are going to be phones, access to everything. If they go to school, there are computers there. So telling parents to focus on that device and focus on controlling everything, I think it's very unrealistic. The only thing that I can really see, and this is just my opinion, but I think we need to tell the parents, you need to focus on this relationship. Focus on the kid sitting in front of you, not the device. Because you get the kid focusing on the device, you get the parent focusing on the device, that's where all the attention goes, and nobody develops that relationship of openly talking about things. Kids are exposed to everything you can imagine, sex and everything else, yet parents still refuse to talk to their kids about sex. Well, if parents aren't talking to their kids, somebody's going to. And there's this natural gap that occurs between parent and teenager. There's this natural separation where the teens they're getting ready to be adults. So there's that natural separation. That's where these predators find this gap, and that's where they sneak in, and they will start this building rapport with these teens, and they'll start developing this trust and what the teens think of as a friendship. And they gradually start turning up the heat, and then maybe sex starts making an entrance, and then more talk about it, and then pretty soon the kids are in a world where they weren't expecting. The big thing is start building trust with your child, just like you do when you teach them to drive. There is a balance between control and trust. As one goes up, the other one should be coming down. If your child violates your trust, well, control goes back up. Trust goes down, and as they gradually build that trust, you start letting them have a little more freedom as they learn and as they prove themselves. There are a variety of ways to do that, but we don't have time on this, but I think parents need to think of that as a balancing act, control and trust. Once your child has developed this certain amount of trust that they know how to responsibly use social media or responsibly use that device, then parents should not come back in later and just say, oh, I'm just checking up, and violate that trust again. Because a lot of parents will put spy apps on their kids' phones. In some cases, that may be appropriate. But I think that you're seriously violating the trust of your teenager by spying on them constantly. And that is why I hear a lot of parents finding burner phones, these cheap throwaway phones. That's where their kids are actually putting apps on, and they're just reloading that phone at Walmart or wherever they go buy a SIM card, buy more minutes. That's where their real accounts are. Their parents, if they create this situation where the children feel like they have no trust, then they're going to go around, and they know how to do it, and most parents really don't know what to look for or how to counter that.